Hello, it's the comic book guy, and welcome back to Civil War, issue number 5. In the last issue, oh god, it kicked off. Thor was brought into the fight, and not only was he brought into the fight, he killed Goliath. Just straight up murdered him. But then we found out that it's not even the real Thor. It's a clone that Tony Stark made. But Reed Richards is really desperate to get Cap's team in line, because now he's sending villains after them. So let's see what happens next. New York City. Easy, sis, I got you. Control. This is S.H.I.E.L.D. Team 4. Invisible Woman is now being aided by the Human Torch. All units stay in pursuit. They're heading downtown, past East 40th and straight into teams 9 and 11. Sue, make us invisible, now. Holy crap. It has to be said, flooding the streets with S.H.I.E.L.D. agents has had an enormous impact on criminal activity. Our boys keep this up and we might not even need those new Thunderbolts. Commander Hill wants a sit rep on Storm and Richards. S.H.I.E.L.D. Team 9, you nailed these clowns yet? 2 minutes control, switching to infrared. Stark Tower. Nighthawk, statue. Can I just say how grateful we are that you guys are joining the pro-registration camp? Couldn't have been easy just walking away from Captain America like that. Actually, it was probably the toughest decision I've ever had to make, Mr. Hogan. I know what you mean. Your head says Tony Stark, but your heart wants things to just the way they've always been. Unfortunately, we're living in a different world now, sir. I guess it took Goliath to make me realise that. What about you, Cassie? You sure you're ready to just walk away from all the other young Avengers? This is a huge step you're taking here. People want us to be properly trained, Mr. Hogan. It's not the 1940s anymore. All I want to do is my job, to the best of my abilities. Great. Well, I'll get you downstairs for background checks in a second or two, but Tony Stark said he wanted to welcome you guys personally. Not like the big guy to keep people waiting. Upstairs. Peter, you're acting like a lunatic. Why can't we just sit down and discuss this like grown-ups? Because there's nothing to discuss, Tony. I'm leaving the Avengers. I don't have a problem working with S.H.I.E.L.D., but locking heroes in the negative zone, the Cyborg killing Bill Foster like that? Come on, man, you're in over your head. What are you talking about? Even though Thor reacted like a police officer would, don't forget that Bill Foster was a friend of mine. You really think we're going to let something like that happen again? What do you suggest we do with the unregistered super people? Lock them up with regular prisoners? This is only a temporary measure, Peter. Lock them up in Rikers and they'll be out again in 5 minutes. What you need to appreciate is that there are forces within S.H.I.E.L.D. and the government who would love nothing more than to absolutely outlaw all superhumans. The compromise is that we have them regulating our behaviour, because going back to the good old days was never on the table, Peter. Get out of my way. Don't be a fool. You really think you can go back to your old life now that everyone knows who you are? This isn't about you anymore. What about May? What about Mary Jane? Aunt May and Mary Jane are as far away as possible. I'm disappointed in you, Peter. Not as disappointed as I am in myself. Avengers headquarters, reinforced glass. Now. Stand back, Mr. Stark, we got him. Stop! Hold your fire! Damn it. Stark, this is Maria Hill. I just got word that Spiderman has gone rogue. Remain in the area and wait for backup. I'm pulling in every agent on the ground. Maria, wait, I just need to talk to him. Request denied, Stark, over and out. T-Bolt's division, I want 14 operatives activated on a 60-minute trial. I knew we were saving them for the final battle, but situation is critical. Visible mode is essential at all times. Operation Thunderbolt is still top secret. Whatever you say, Commander Hill. I knew we couldn't trust that guy. Heads up, Parker's been spotted running through a sewer between 3rd and 4th. Word from above says minimum force. Roger that, base command. What the? Well, if it isn't little Peter Spiderman. How does it feel to be on the wrong side of the law, Parker? How does it feel to see the jester wearing a sheriff's badge? Man, you gotta see who we're hanging out with now, Petey. Jester and me, we're finally on the A-list. Jack-o'-lantern? Oh baby, this is just too awesome for words. Ah! You want fries with that, honey? This gig seemed like a bum deal at first, working for S.H.I.E.L.D., forced to do what they say. But when word came from the top, says kick the crap out of Spider-Man, well, what can we do? We're only obeying orders, right? I just wanted to do the right thing. Did you know my girlfriend died of a broken neck? Come on, let's have some fun while he's still stoned from a gas bomb. Lay a finger on that guy and you get 5,000 volts, creep. You really think we're gonna let you freaks run around without a leash? S.H.I.E.L.D. support on their way. Boys, just cuff him and sit tight. Spoil sports. What the hell? We've lost visual. Who? Wait a minute. I know you, school-faced guy. I know you from way back. Don't I? 32nd Street. You think they saw us? Even if they did, what is there to say? We're not the Human Torch and the Invisible Woman anymore. We're Mr. and Mrs. Ryan Landau. And we're out for a midnight stroll. I'm still annoyed Nick Fury couldn't find us any brother and sister identities. Pretending we're a married couple is the creepiest thing I've ever done. How do you think I feel, sis? You look like my last date's grandmother. Captain America's new HQ. Still, it lets us get out there to help people, and that's what's important, right? Take it easy, guys. It's only Sue and Johnny back from a mission. You hear about Cloak and Dagger? No, what happened? Busted over in Queens, which means our Baxter Building raid needs to be revised, because I was counting on Cloak for his teleportation skills. Damn S.H.I.E.L.D. units. We've lost a man for every one we've gained these past few days. Maybe I could raid the FF's files, Cap. I could shapeshift into one of their staff and waltz through security, no problem. Got a bigger job for you in Arizona, Hulkling. Likewise, the Invisible Woman already has an equally pressing assignment. What's bigger than stealing the plans for their negative zone prison? We get in there and free our people, and this starts looking like a fair fight again. Why the hell does he call it number 42 anyway? Knowing Tony, it'll have something to do with his mother. Get me a medic, now. The Punisher. Linda, Jane, get over here. Oh dear God, what happened to him? Multiple fractures and serious blood loss. Thanks to Tony and his buddies, Dr. Foster, he seems to have ingested some kind of hallucinogen at the same time. Iron Man? I thought Spidey was so far up his butt you couldn't see his feet anymore. Yeah, well, he's on our side now, Ultra Girl. Our side? Since when were you on this team, Punisher? Since the other guys started enlisting known thieves and multiple killers. Laughing my guts out at the irony here. Around in a ski mask and covering up your backs these past few weeks. Way I see it, you people need all the help you can get. Great, why don't we just sign up Hannibal Lecter and ask if he's available too? because Hannibal Lecter hasn't got the Black Ops training to get you into the Baxter building. Oh god, please don't tell me we're so far gone that we're actually signing up the Punisher. You're cool, Cap. Do we hand this nut over to the cops, or do we hear what he has to say? Quiet, Cage. I'm thinking. Hell's Kitchen. This is horrible. The public's behind us, the government's behind us. The crime is at an all-time low. Why are our only people the only ones causing problems, Jennifer? Sometimes I wish we'd never gone involved. So you never stop to think how much easier things would be if we hadn't spliced Thor's DNA with Hank Pym's cybertech. If we didn't have this big final battle planned with those Thunderbolt lunatics, Hank Pym wouldn't be doped up on antidepressants, and my darling Sue would never have left. Maybe not, but public opinion would have forced S.H.I.E.L.D. to bring down every superhero in America. People were sick of 16-year-olds blowing up buildings, Reed. You guys gave us a future. Rikers Island Penitentiary. You have to understand why we're doing this, Daredevil. We don't take any pleasure in hunting down our friends. We're backing this reform because the only other option is a complete ban on all superheroes, and nobody wants that to happen, right? Gateway is active, proceeding through. Our big idea is 50 super teams spread over all 50 states, each one licensed and accountable to the taxpayer. It's the next stage in superhuman evolution, a federal force from coast to coast, the negative zone. We've been working on this for months, creating new superheroes and revamping anyone who wants to join us. Naturally, you'd be at the top of our list if you're interested. You could even have your own team. Nobody wants to put you in jail. What do you say? Can we talk? Actually, he's barely said a word since we brought him in, Mr. Stark, but we found this silver dollar under his tongue. He said he's been saving it for you. Silver dollar? I don't understand. Guess that's 31 pieces of silver you've got now, huh? Sleep well, Judas. To be continued. Well, that's the end of issue 5, and we finally saw this 42 penitentiary in the negative zone. But what does that silver dollar mean? What Daredevil just gave to Tony? I reckon it's a tracking device, really. I reckon Captain America's team is going to be finding that penitentiary and breaking everyone out. But that's what I think anyway. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.